I think the train stops here. Nuggets finish off the Heat tomorrow night. We'll go through more of this game tomorrow. We'll also do the Missouri the best was never was for the Denver Nuggets for the conference finals game. Tip is at 7:30. Update in baseball. The Cardinals will have the rubber match of the series against the Reds. Adam Wainwright will be on the mound for the Cardinals, and Hunter Green will go for the Reds. Game time 1:15. For the Cubs, they will play the Giants at 3:05 Central Time. Giants to host. Hayden Lewinsky will be on the mound for the Cubs, and Bieber will be on the mound for the Giants. Game time is at 1:15. The game time is at the Royals don't have much to update you on. They'll play the O's today to get the sweep. For the Royals, it will be Kyle Gibson and Carlos Hernandez will make the start. Carlos Hernandez has just one pitch, basically, it feels like, and he should be a reliever on a good team. Of course, the Royals aren't a good team, which goes into my point. The Royals don't have the team to be 40-24 like the Orioles. Well, clearly, they shouldn't be because they suck so bad. I was hoping for more of a record around 500 this year, or just at least, 75 wins, I don't know. Maybe even 80. Maybe even 79, 77. Well, that's just out of the way. One thing I'd like to say, some people are calling for J.J. Piccolo's job. Look, it is Dayton Moore's fault that the Royals suck for what it is. A good rule of thumb, most people may disagree with me, but 3 years for a GM. A head coach in football, 3 years. A head coach in basketball, 3 years. Unless they're absolutely terrible. Now, with an exception, if the Royals lose 100 games this year, which they are likely to do, and lose 100 games next year, then the Royals may be thinking about a new move for J.J. Piccolo. But if the Royals would go on and win 70 or 75 games next year, I think he would stay. But especially because Piccolo was part of the organization. If the Royals lose 100 games again, I would think you would fire the guy since he's been part of the organization. I'd like to see the Royals. Now the Royals do need to consider hiring scouts. If they're doing, Quantrill will be 2 seasons at the end of the year next year. If the Royals don't lose 100 games next year, I would like to see him get a 3rd year. For a 3rd season. 2.5 years is reasonable if the Royals lose 100 games, and then are on pace the next year to lose 100 games. I do think, though, some of the players need to be traded. Do you think, though, they need to get better players? The Royals players suck. And that's the bottom line of why they're not producing. Now, I will give you an all-star break update, and I hope the Royals make some transitions. Otherwise, we could be looking at just 1.5 seasons for J.J. Piccolo, or would they let him finish off the season? I don't know. And I would like to see the Royals trade some people. We'll go through the date, and if the Royals don't trade anybody by July 31st or in the offseason, the time will be ticking for J.J. Piccolo and possibly Matt Control at the All-Star break. But I would like to see him another year, as I said, do the whole season. And if they lose 100 games, then fire him. In addition to pride, first I want to mention the word respect. Respect means that you're treating everyone and everything that you care about with care. The good rule of thumb is treating people the way you want to be treated. You can show respect to your classmates, parents, and teachers in many ways, and I'll include LGBTQ into this thing for pride. How you speak to people, you behave towards others, and how you, in the personal belongings of others. You also need to know how to respect yourself. I would like to sound off on a guy who made a comment on my post yesterday from the far right side regarding him. This guy was in regards to my video and said, "Leave the kids alone." I would like to say your name, but I'm not going to. I think in regarding to being able to take a hormone pills, if the parents would allow kids to take the hormone pills, they should be allowed to do that as long as it is clear what will happen. If they want to take them and it's okay with the parents and it's okay with the kids and the kid has an understanding what will happen, then fine. If I get the crap that the right side says about the vaccine, it's my body, it's my choice, then what about it's my body, it's my choice for the kids to take the hormone pills? And what about it's my body, my choice to do whatever I want to do? And what about it's my body, my choice, or my head, or me to be gay? That's what should happen. If I want to be gay, let me be gay. People say the right people don't treat blacks very well. You'd be a fool if you said that. Right wings, some of them don't treat black people right. That also leans to the liberals too. I know that all of us need to improve on how we treat black people and all other races. I am proud to have a mayor like Mayor Lucas. You can check out yesterday's LGBTQ community KC Safe Place hours today for Pride, Sunday, June 11th, 11 to 5 p.m. Let's go get some people out there, and here is a video on LGBTQ. I know this video was before the laws passed to start in August, but there's some important things in this video. Here is that video, Sam Vaughn signing off on sports and mental health.
Bills limiting LGBTQ exposure are moving through Jeff City. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, Missouri leads in proposed anti-LGBTQ laws. A group of locals is taking their concerns to lawmakers. News 4's Deion Broxton reports on that and hears from a lawmaker behind one of these bills.
LGBTQ advocates here in Missouri are upset that proposed legislation targets that specific demographic. They took their concerns from here at the Grove to Jefferson City.
When trans lives are under attack, what do? Stand up, fight back!
And they're going to see us and they're going to hear us.
Felicia Kempen told News 4 she and other LGBTQ advocates are ringing the alarm about what they're calling proposed anti-LGBTQ legislation in the Missouri legislature. The ACLU says Missouri has the most anti-LGBTQ bills in the country with 30, from banning trans women from female sports to limiting where drag shows can take place.
We're afraid that they're going to be persecuted. Just walking the streets, that's a public area.
They should have all the protections that every citizen of Missouri and citizens of the United States have.
State Senator Mike Moon spoke to News 4 by phone Tuesday. He's sponsoring a bill making it illegal for minors to undergo a sex change.
I see it more as a protection. It's not saying you can't do it. It's just wait.
What do you say to the LGBTQ advocates who feel like Missouri is targeting their rights?
This doesn't affect any rights. It's not trampling on their rights. It's actually protection for minors, for those Missourians who are considering procedures like this, whether hormonally or surgically. This will allow them ample time as a minor to consider who they are.
The majority of these bills made it past the first step to becoming law, which is frightening for Kempen.
So for them to be pushed through this quickly, it's a red flag.
In the Grove, Deion Broxton, News 4.
If any of these bills are signed into law, they would go into effect at the end of August.